Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we're back with another episode of Attack on Titan, episode 19. Last episode, we had some tough choices to make. So, Levi had to make a choice between saving Armin and saving Erwin. Of course, it was a tough choice. Erwin left that decision with him to begin with, but I said it in the last reaction that despite what Levi said about making the right choice for humanity, but we all know that he was making a selfish choice initially. He was making a selfish choice by wanting to save Erwin rather than Armin. And as I said before, either way, either choice that they made would have, someone would have been hurt. Um, it wasn't an easy choice to make. I still maintain that I would have chosen to save Erwin, and I said before that this is dependent on what the goal is. If the goal is to save humanity, I think Erwin was the best bet because you needed someone. It's as the unnamed soldier said, to beat the devil, to beat the demon, you need a demon, and Erwin is their demon. He makes the tough choices. He can rally the men into to their debts, basically, if that's what it takes for them to come out victorious, right? So, if the current objective is to save humanity, um, you need someone experienced, and you need someone who's a strategist like Erwin is. Um, as a Titan, of course. So I said before that if what you need is to save humanity, then Erwin is what you need. Erwin, not Erwin as a Titan, but Erwin himself. As a Titan, the correct choice would have been for Armin to take the serum. Alright, so if what we need is someone in Titan form, Armin is the best bet. If what we need is a person, then Erwin, I believe, would have been the best choice. Um, Erwin is a strategist. He's better off controlling or giving direction and leadership from the background. All right. He's not suited to be out in the field. At least that's not where his biggest strengths lie. So being a Titan wouldn't have suited him very much. Armin, on the other hand, I can see using his Titan abilities in ways that they've never thought to use it before. So as a Titan, if they need a Titan, Armin is the best choice. If they need a leader, someone to come out victorious, I think Erwin would have been a better choice. But nonetheless, they went with Armin, and I do admit that Armin has potential. He has the potential to become the next Erwin, and I believe that's something that he's going to have to grapple with, because he's going to have to realize that Erwin died so that I could live, and it's a burden he's going to have to carry for a bit, but he's going to have to rise to the occasion, right? He can't hesitate the way he did before. He needs to become more confident, and he'll grow in. I think he'll grow into that character that we need. He's definitely, in terms of intelligence, he's definitely on the same level as Erwin, right? And there's a need for, there's something to be said for new change, new blood going into the battle to come. So between Mikasa, Erwin, and Armin and Eren, they need new ideas, new leadership and stuff like that. So from that perspective, I can see it being the optimal choice, right? But it was not an easy one. It wasn't an easy choice. I'm still wondering what Zeke managed to rescue to Reiner, and I think he has escaped. I don't think they're still there. What happens now? I imagine they're going to go for the basement. With Armin's plan, they still managed to seal both entrances. So I guess they head to the basement now. It's just sad that Erwin isn't there to see it, because that was his motivation, right? So it's sad that he's not there to see it. But I'm looking forward to see what happens with the basement. Hopefully we get some revelations this episode. Alright, so let's get into it. Right? Whether he would be very similar to Bertholdt. So will he be a colossal? Yeah. Gotcha. Is it me or does the animation look slightly different from the last episode? It's always a bit jarring when they really just change from one episode to the next like that. You're a Titan now. As you remember being burned to death. Yep, Armin's awake. Imagine this.
どうだ分かったかアルミ
ずっと生存者を探してるんだがまだ
So are they heading back in the inner wall or? Said it before, it would have been so sweet if you had actually gotten Reiner's abilities instead. As much as the it's just his size, doesn't really have any special abilities per se. The steam is pretty useful though, but even Armin agrees with me. Yeah, it should have been Erwin, but yeah.
人情沙汰に及ぶほどな
俺たちはどんな処分も受けます
当然兵器違反の罰は受けたの
お前を選んだのは俺だいや俺の市場でエルヴィンの死に場所をここに決めちまったんだ
僕たちはこの先どうする
Kind of for you to help figure out, no.
私もエルヴィンに撃つべきだと思ったよ
Angie would be in charge if she dies, then it's Levi.
リヴァイでありそのリヴァイは君を選んだもう何も言うまい君には
Yeah, you kind of do. Tough burden to bear, but a replacement, but you gotta try.
人にはない力を持っていることも確かだ
Power of observation. Eren now rests on his shoulders now. Well, both Armin and Erwin were like, I'm done. But at least Armin is still here.
サシャにはかなわないなま、私もエルヴィンの後任の調査兵団団長さてアルミンも問題ないならそろそろ行こうか
Basement?
私とリヴァイエレンとミカサで調査に向かうああ
お父さんの大事な仕事道
The
具がある
dreaded basement. What the hell is down there?
子供には危ないんだよ
死が鍵だこの絶望から人類を救い出す鍵なんだ彼の成果があるシガンシナ区の地下室には
Let's just hope there aren't any more surprises. Yeah, I think Zika has left, but all those people are long dead now. And right, they haven't been here since. The innocence of being kids. Not a war in the world. How quickly that changed. Yeah, I was gonna ask why they didn't just use the Odin gear to just quickly fly there than the stroll, but I think they're out of gas, so.
この家かい
お前が一番大事なものに気づいた時かな
I think most important to maybe his mom. No. Oh look, there's another colossal titan.
幸い火はこっちには来てなかったようだね
Basement. Let's change into a titan. 3
水は
seasons.
溜まってないみたいだ。
行こ
The moment we've all been waiting for. Yeah, didn't need a key for that. No, just saying.
はい。
う。エレン、
早くしろ。
この鍵、この扉の
Oh,
鍵じゃな
God
い。
damn it. Are you joking? Is it the wrong door? I mean, the wrong location or something? Maybe it was a misdirect of something.
よくここにこもって薬の
I
調
guess
合をしてました。
if it's something that he's been trying to hide, it wouldn't just be that easily accessible.
この薬品
So
も明
maybe
示
there's
されている
something
としいものはありません。私には
looks like
そう
a
主
study.
張しているように見える。
まあ
And his
中
dad
央
was a
憲兵
smart
に見られ
man,
て
so
困るようなもんは一見しただけじゃ
maybe it's a key to something else, a key to a box or something.
ありがとうミカサ。今夜は徹
Something
夜だ。
even further below it. Fits. Sorry, but all of this could have been
どこだ
okay.
この匂いはハッカー油に木炭。
From and all these other titans. Please tell me there's something. These aren't just blank pages.
親父は俺に何を見せたかったんでしょうか。
その時エルヴィンはこう質問しました。壁の外に人類がいないってどうやって確認できないはずだと。
それなのに歴史書は食い尽くされたと断言している。
History books could have been altered.
本来歴史書というのは主観的な意図があるんだ。例えば壁外に人類は存在しないと思い込ませたいとか。それはつまり歴史
茶化した自分が今となっては。
本人に直接詫びるほかあるまい。
It's too late for that now.
もう
ウォールマリア奪還成功です。
Oh, so there's been a time jump?
これは肖像画。
ないほどの精巧さだ。
それおじさんの字。
これは絵ではない。
Oh, they don't
これは
have
写真という。
that's from a more advanced
人類が優雅に
civilization.
暮らす壁の外から来た。
God damn
急げ
it.
フェイ、早くしないと見えなくなるぞ。
待ってお兄さん。待ちなさい二人とも。外に出るときは
母さん、
行ってきます。
ほら。
Is this Dr. Yeager as a kid?
おい
ごめんなさい。
無理した危ないぞ前見て歩け。
何言ってんだよ。俺たちが金持ちになれるわけないだろう。
でもいいな。あそこから何が見えるんだ。
幼き日
It's supposed to be a different civilization, but
この世の真実と向かい合
is
っ
it
た。
written in the diary or are we just being narrated by Dr. Yeager? Since they returned to the inner walls, so I'm gonna assume that they read the diary and this is them narrating what Dr. Yeager wrote down, right? But is this is the young kid here in in this civilization? Is it Dr. Yeager or is it someone else? Because based on what they read in the first part of the book or what he was saying, it sounded as if he was acknowledging that there is another world, but he didn't necessarily come from it. So I'm a bit confused as to what they were trying to communicate in the last 5 minutes or so, right? But it's basically what I've theorized, and a lot of persons have theorized before, that there is another civilization out there, one that is more advanced than the one that we currently exist in with our protagonist here. It's too early to say much more. I would have thought that it was, in my mind, you know, I thought it was a much more advanced civilization than that, like beyond just photography and blimps, but something a lot closer to present day, to our time, right? So I was thinking something a bit more closer to that, you know, like um, for those of you who have actually watched Maze Runner, right, or read the Maze Runner novel, so something akin to that, where there is an advanced civilization out there, and these persons were in Maze Runner. They're put in this maze to live and basically just to survive, right? With their memories wiped, not knowing that there is a world beyond what they're in, right? So I was thinking something more along those lines, where it's an advanced technology, much more than what we saw here, and that possibility could still exist, I suppose. But I was thinking more of a much more technologically advanced civilization, and maybe these are outcasts or criminals, who knows, that were placed in this specific location here. So we don't know a whole lot. Perhaps the next episode will reveal a bit more. But so far, this at the very least confirms, yes, they are not the only ones within this wall. It doesn't explain where the wall itself came from, or why the wall was built, or why these humans are in this specific location and not and separate from everyone else. So there's still a lot of questions that remain unanswered. But I'm intrigued, right? I wouldn't say it has definitely lived up, because I mean it's been three seasons, right? And this, in a lot of ways, is a turning point for the anime, right? The climax, and we finally got here. I think they could have transitioned into it a lot smoother than we got here, but I think we'll get more answers next episode, right? But aside from this big revelation, of course, we had Armin coming back to us. He's awake now. Eren told him everything except the part where they voted against giving it to Erwin. So Armin is back. I'm satisfied with that. Again, I would have chosen to save Erwin, but Armin is just as good an option, and they made it clear to him that, okay, hey, by choosing him over Erwin, he has some pretty big shoes to fill, and maybe not right away, but in working with Hanji, both him and Hanji, they're the two most intelligent persons there. Not that Erwin is not. Hanji is now the leader, and I think Armin has a lot of ideas that can go a long way in helping her, and all of them completing their objectives. So I'm glad Armin is back. If they killed Erwin now, if they kill Armin, I've said many times, Armin is my favorite character here, not Eren. I've seen Armin grow and put forward ideas and executed them, and I've seen him demonstrate his capabilities throughout this series. I have not seen that from Eren just yet. So I'm not hating on Eren just because. I'm hating on him because he's not proven to me that he's the protagonist that the story needs to be following. So I'll continue to watch Armin, and hopefully we get some more answers in the next episode. I'm really interested to see what his Titan form looks like, because again, we don't have a lot of information about how the Titan powers work. Will he look exactly, and in some ways, a lot of the Titans in the Titan designs, they look similar to their human counterparts, right? Which is why I'm questioning whether Armin will look the exact same way as Bertholdt did when he transformed, because Bertholdt is tall and lanky, right, and Beast Titan is very tall, right, and lanky. So I'm wondering if he will be a colossal Titan, but not necessarily, maybe not even the same height as Bertholdt was, or if he will be the exact same. Will his characteristics, the exposed flesh and stuff like that, still be the very same, or will he be a colossal Titan, but his appearance will be different? So I have a lot of questions about it. I really want to see him at least do some tests and try to transform but they can't do that. I don't know, they can't do that inside, right? So they'd have to go to some remote location where he can, because his transformation is just is so powerful that it cause a lot of damage, right? So but wherever they were training Eren before, I think would suffice. I mean, despite the difference in their sizes, but I do hope next episode we get to see him transform, so he can answer some of the questions that I have about how the Titan powers work and how it's transferred. I still want to know how exactly that works. Alright, be sure to post down in the comments, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are about this episode. Were your theories actually in line with the answers that we've gotten so far, or like me, I was close but not necessarily on point? Alright, be sure to hit like or subscribe, and I'll see you guys